like it's a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Washington football team. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Ford Field. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Taken down inside the 30. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. 5 yards from the end zone, first and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. It would be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Washington, and now 4th down. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth. Stanford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. For the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
The score, Lions 7, Washington 0. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 39.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll roll them out right. And this is incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Haskins. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, we've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
For the point after.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 there.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead.
For the point after.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, his car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past him.
Well, this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
Down, Washington.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete.
Haskins' pass intended for Jeremy Sprinkle. Incomplete.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
At the 40-yard line.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1.
Washington, nothing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score Lions 21, Washington 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now Haskins to throw it. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
A carry now for McKissick. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
And the Washington 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Gain of 12.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Jeff Okudah up from his quarterback spot to make the play.
A gain of 2.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one, they help force another incompletion.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They will run it. It's McKesson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd down.
Now it's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This too close.
Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Stafford. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. The 20. 10. Touchdown. Detroit. 4th touchdown pass in the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On first down, it's Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
First down, Washington.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Haskins going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Haskins pass. Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they're running up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
4th down.
There we go on 4th down. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, it's Johnson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him not get through.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Agnew now to return. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
49-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. From the 50 at Stafford. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
The 33-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Johnson on the counter. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, Stafford here. Got it, he's got it. And the Lions have a touchdown. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes. And the Lions have got it on cruise control.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 22-yard line.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Three yards remain for 2nd down. They'll run with McKesson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. On the move to his left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it. Back to the 41-yard line.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Taken down at the 40.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd and 8.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
As he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up
first throw now for the backup Allen. Oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Washington first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
And the Washington 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Today's final score.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah.